Now on CoastTV News.
Aid at last. The border crossing between Egypt and Gaza opened today, allowing much-needed aid into Palestine. President Joe Biden in Rehoboth Beach for the weekend. Questions he was asked about the Israel-Hamas war and his answers. A fire in Selbyville completely destroys a commercial building you see here. What first responders say they saw when they arrived at the scene.
Well, showers will be moving back onto Delmarva by Sunday morning. I'll be tracking that rain coming up in just a few moments.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Britt Leone. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We're starting this evening with news on the war in Israel. A breakthrough this weekend as much-needed humanitarian aid has successfully crossed into Gaza. Hamas has released 2 American hostages as well. Steve Nans brings us more as the United Nations is trying to keep the aid to Gaza civilians coming.
A pivotal moment unfolds as international humanitarian aid successfully passes through the Rafah border crossing between Egypt and Gaza, the only passage in and out of the Palestinian enclave.
The shortages are going to kill many people. It's absolutely life or death at this point.
With the dire need for assistance intensifying, the once closed border crossing briefly reopened, granting access to a 20-truck convoy laden with critical medical and food supplies. This in the wake of a heart-wrenching reality for Gaza civilians, who for more than a week have endured the deprivation of basic necessities like electricity, fuel, and water. Israel's complete siege in response to Hamas's October 7th terror attacks. The United Nations says more than 2 million residents in Gaza are in need of immediate aid.
I have to go to 6, 7, 8 different markets at times under shelling and during airstrikes to try to secure milk.
Those sentiments echoed by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who, along with President Biden, also praised the release of 2 American hostages.
There are still 10 additional Americans who remain unaccounted for in this conflict.
Additional UN aid trucks are expected to move through the border crossing into Gaza on Monday. I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
The newly released American hostages are now en route to an Israeli military base where they are set to be reunited with their family. As more additional humanitarian aid, human rights leaders say much more is needed and call for, quote, all parties to allow the rapid and unimpeded passage of humanitarian relief for all civilians in need, end quote. We now know what President Joe Biden said during yesterday's phone call with those released American hostages, Judith and Natalie Renan. The mother and daughter were among the roughly 200 people taken hostage by Hamas during the militant surprise terror attack on Israel earlier this month. In a video posted on X today, the president told the women that he was delighted that they were released and hoped that they were in good health. He added that he's working to get the remaining hostages out. Today, reporters in Rehoboth Beach asked Biden in person about the release of additional hostages, to which Biden had no answer. The president is in Rehoboth Beach this weekend. He was spotted at St. Edmund Catholic Church around 4 p.m. today. Biden was also asked if he is encouraging the Israelis to delay invading Gaza. Biden responded, quote, I'm talking to the Israelis, end quote. There was a fire in Selbyville that happened right before 4 a.m. this morning. It completely destroyed a commercial storage building. The Selbyville Volunteer Fire Company arrived to see this fire on your screen. This was on Mason Drive near the Delaware-Maryland state line. The Red Sun custom apparel shop was completely engulfed in flames. First responders say neighboring fire companies helped to assist. Investigators are still looking for where exactly the fire started and what caused it. Now, thankfully, first responders say no one was in the building when the fire was found, and there were no reported injuries. Taking a live look now into Ocean City with our 45th Street Tap House camera. Looks like another gorgeous fall night. I love the view over the water there. Our first alert meteorologist, Alex Seymour, joins us now with a look at the weather. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening, Britt. Yeah, we certainly are enjoying a pretty gorgeous fall evening here along the coast. That will be changing, though, as we head towards early Sunday morning. By the time we're waking up Sunday morning, we're likely going to be dealing with a little bit of wet weather sliding through. Right now, the Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach. Pretty quiet out there. A few people Walking the boards this evening, temps sitting right around 56 degrees right now in Rehoboth Beach, and we're in the mid-50s all across Delmarva, so it's pretty comfortable out there. Really no complaints whatsoever. Winds have died down from where they were earlier today. We were seeing winds gusting 30, 40 miles per hour earlier this afternoon. This evening, 5 to 10 miles per hour winds. Really nothing that's that big of a concern. They will pick up, though, again, as we head towards tomorrow afternoon as another surge of some cooler air starts to work into the region. Satellite radar picture not showing a whole lot going on right now. We're looking at mainly clear skies, but as we pull out to a wider view, if we look off to our west and northwest, there's clouds. There's even some showers moving through portions of Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. That is going to be making its way onto Delmarva as we head towards tomorrow. So our pumpkin patch forecast probably not looking too great for those that want to head out and about, do some of those fall activities tomorrow. We're looking at temps near 66 degrees. Yeah, it's comfortable out there, fall-like, but we're going to be dealing with showers through about noon tomorrow. That's going to make for some muddy conditions. But if you do want to head out to those pumpkin patches or apple orchards tomorrow afternoon, should see improvements with sunshine returning.
All right, thank you, Alex. Goons, goblins, and zombies spooked the town of Milton at the annual Milton Zombie Fest tonight. You can see it here. Lots of great costumes tonight. Oh, or you can't see it. There we go. Lots of great costumes, and people came out tonight. You can see a zombie couple there. Spooky. The festival started at 4 and ended earlier tonight. In traffic news in Lewis, Jollins Way between Route 24 and Camp Arrowhead Road will be closed to through traffic for a week. This is starting Wednesday, November 1st. This is for some paving work, and it's expected to end November 8th. DelDOT says detours will be in place for drivers to stay on Route 24 or Camp Arrowhead for longer before turning. Two major highways overlap in Milford, 113 and 1, and there's going to be work there for months. Starting this Thursday, the northbound bridge of 113 that runs over Route 1 will be painted. It's routine maintenance, says DelDOT, and lane closures are expected to last through mid-December. Delaware State Police have arrested 43-year-old Catherine Erickson of Newark for multiple felony criminal charges after she threatened bar staff with a knife at a bar in Newcastle early this morning. Police say around 1 a.m., troopers rushed to Christiana Road in Newcastle for a report of a disorderly woman with a knife refusing to leave the bar. Erickson was taken into custody after troopers found a folding knife hidden in her pocket. Erickson was repeatedly asked to leave because of her demanding service after the bar was closed. She refused and threatened to kill the bar's employees while waving the knife from her pocket. Police say there were thankfully no injuries reported. Police have identified the young man who was killed in a motorcycle crash Tuesday afternoon in Dover as Ethan Statham. He was just 18 years old. Police say the crash happened here on Hazlettville Road between Apple Grove Road and Rose Valley School Road. That was on Tuesday the 17th. Police say they are still investigating. Earlier today, a tanker truck crash caused fire and shut down a major expressway in Pennsylvania. You can see the smoke coming from the fire there. This is on I-476 in Montgomery County. Look at just how much debris and glass is left there on the highway, causing major obstacles for drivers on the highway. Officials say one person was taken to the hospital. There's more news to cover tonight. From above, another potential new development in Lewis has some locals saying absolutely not, why some people are strongly opposed. Dewey Beach Town Council voted on an ordinance that would increase lodging tax in town. What the vote was and who will be affected. And Corporal Hecook's family and friends supporting one another as the man convicted of killing him is found guilty. That's up next. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Shop fabulous, fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis. Discover stylish and comfortable clothing made from designers you know and love. From head to toe, you can complete your look at Twyla's. A large selection of fashionable shoes, including popular brands such as Piccolinos and Naote, and trendy winter jackets to keep you warm this winter. We believe in building lasting relationships and always offer honest fashion advice. Come visit us for a unique shopping experience. Shop fabulous, fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis.
Save the date for the Meals on Wheels Delaware Beach Brunch presented by Fulton Bank on Sunday, October 22nd from 10:30 to 1:30 at the Rehoboth Beach Country Club. Indulge in an upscale brunch paired with handcrafted cocktails, all while overlooking the beautiful bay. Local chefs will delight with hors d'oeuvres and desserts, complemented by a range of beverages. Participate in our live and silent auctions featuring exclusive getaways and unique items. For full event details, visit mealsonwheelsde.org.
A lot happened across Delmarva this week. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner walks you through what top stories you might have missed in this week's Week in Review.
On Monday, the trial of the man charged with killing Delmar Corporal Keith Heacook, Randon Wilkerson, began and ended in less than 2 hours. The judge issuing his verdict, guilty on all accounts. We learned how Corporal Heacook was beaten to death with a dumbbell. A workshop in Millville on Tuesday was held to discuss possible additions to Evans Park. The concepts are in the very early stages, but could include a pirate ship-themed splash park, a boardwalk, and a butterfly garden. On Wednesday, the Lewis Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing for the proposed Beach House of Lewis. If approved, the motel would take over the former site of Two Dips Ice Cream. At that same meeting, the commission held a public hearing for Henlopen Bluff. The proposed 79-lot community has raised a lot of concerns over the amount of traffic it would contribute to Gills Neck Road. The developer says DelDOT's assessment of the traffic impact from this neighborhood would be, quote, minor. However, not everyone is convinced. On Friday, Rehoboth Beach commissioners voted to eliminate out-of-towners from being able to serve on city advisory committees and vote on city issues. For your weekend review, I'm Mallory Metzner.
Still ahead on Coast TV News at 11, if you see this pressure light in your car more in the winter, there could be a simple cause behind it. What that is.
Well, more showers possible early Sunday morning, and then we're tracking a warm-up for the week ahead. I'll let you know when the best time for outdoor activities will be. Coming up just after the break.
Ever have a day that just couldn't get any worse? Meet Tyler, the champion of chaos. Having a day that's gone from bad to worse. When life throws you a string of unfortunate events, the Law Office of Trapp Nickel is here to provide a helping hand. Our experienced workers' compensation team is here to fight for your rights and help shape your misfortune into meaningful compensation. If you've been injured at work, don't wait. Get the justice you deserve. The Law Office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
At Just Comfort Shoes, the Birkenstock store, we love hearing your Birken stories.
We've traveled the world in our Birkenstocks.
Our whole family lives in our Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks have been part of my life for over 20 years.
Locally owned and operated, Just Comfort Shoes is the only Birkenstock specialty store in Delaware, offering the widest selection and latest styles, including exclusive limited editions.
And we offer superior service and expert fitting.
Visit Just Comfort Shoes in our 2 Rehoboth Beach locations and start your Birken story today.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Well, it's a pretty beautiful evening here across Delmarva. Let's take a live look out on a Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel in Ocean City this evening. Pretty quiet evening across the region. Temps sitting right around 56 degrees right now in Ocean City. Still Pretty windy in OC. We're seeing those east winds at about 22 miles per hour. West winds, I should say, at about 22 miles per hour. Elsewhere, those winds have really started to die down, and we should see in most locations those winds die down to about 5 to 10 miles per hour throughout the overnight hours. Unfortunately, those winds, they will pick up again, though, as we head towards Sunday afternoon. Right now, temps, we're in the 50s across the region this evening. Temps sitting right around 56 degrees in Bethany Beach. It's 56 in Rehoboth Beach, 54 in Milton, 56 in Millsboro, 55 degrees in Georgetown. Ocean Pines, cool spot down to 50 degrees already this evening. The winds rather light. Most of us 5 miles per hour or less, and that is going to be how the winds are going to stay pretty much steady throughout the remainder of the overnight hours. Clouds, really not a problem. Satellite radar picture not showing a whole lot going on just yet, but as we pull out to a wider view across the region, we can see there's clouds off to our west moving through the I-95 corridor, and then a bit of wet weather shower activity sliding through portions of southwestern Pennsylvania, northern West Virginia, Ohio. That is going to be working its way towards Delmarva as we head throughout the next few hours, and by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, we're going to start to see those clouds start to increase. We're going to start to see a few showers pushing into the region. This is by 5:30 in the morning, so the sun's not even up yet, and we're already starting to see those showers slide into the area. We're going to be dealing with off and on showers throughout the morning hours, so it is going to be a wet start to the day, the kind of weather where you probably don't want to spend too much time outdoors during the morning hours of Sunday. But the good news is, if you do have outdoor plans Sunday afternoon, you'll be good to go. Those clouds clear out of the area, the rain clears out of the area, and we actually see a bit of sunshine start to take over. It is going to be very fall-like, though, so probably want to break out those sweaters for tomorrow afternoon as temps only climb into the upper 50s to low 60s. With that, those breezy conditions, winds gusting 30, 35 miles per hour, so it's going to feel like the 50s all day long, so it is going to be a cool day. And then it gets pretty chilly as we head towards Monday morning. We're going to be in the low 40s across the region. Some of the cooler spots, upper 30s, so maybe break out those thicker winter coats. Not anything too bulky, but certainly light jackets certainly going to be needed. Sweaters going to be needed. Those hoodies going to be needed Monday morning. Monday afternoon, lots of sunshine. The winds die down, so at least we don't have to deal with the winds, but it will stay cool, upper 50s to low 60s. And then it gets cold again as we head towards Tuesday morning. Only talk about those temps climbing into the upper 30s to low 40s. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast. Well, we've got a little bit of wet weather Sunday morning, but then after that, we dry out. We stay dry for the remainder of the 7 days. And take a look at this. We're climbing from the low 60s Sunday and Monday all the way up into the mid 70s by the end of the week, heading into next weekend.
Wow. Well, as Alex just told you, the temperatures are changing and the seasons are changing, and some temperatures, even though they're rising next week, they are dropping, and with that drop in temperature, many people have started to notice a drop in their tire pressure too. CoastTV and Telemundo Delmarva meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo shows us why this happens and what you can do to stay safe on the roads.
It's a common occurrence anytime the weather takes a cold turn. You turn on your car only to find the tire pressure symbol lit up on your dashboard. There is a simple explanation for this occurrence.
Remember back to like science class, kinetic energy, heat is motion. So in the cold air, it's denser, so it's not expanding. When they're closer together, it doesn't inflate as much.
Tire pressure can decrease about 1 psi for every 10 degrees Fahrenheit that the temperature drops as the air inside the tire condenses. To rule out problems such as an air leak, you can spray some soapy water directly onto your tire.
If it bubbles, that's where your air leak is.
To stay safe on the road as wintertime approaches, AMIC stresses the importance of frequently checking your tires.
There's no substitute for getting in there and physically checking your pressures. I would recommend that to everyone in the winter.
If you ever have any doubts, visit your local mechanic for guidance. An easy thing to overlook is checking the pressure on your spare tire. If you end up with a flat tire on the road, you don't want your spare to be flat as well. In Sussex County, I'm meteorologist Jeanette Gallardo, CoastTV News.
Yesterday, the town of Dewey Beach voted unanimously to amend the ordinance relating to lodging tax in town, increasing it to 3%. It's the maximum allowed. This is for hotels, motels, and house rentals. The tax before was 2.5%. The new lodging tax will go into effect April of next year. Town council says part of the tax will help them fund different projects in town.
So This is an important source of income for the town, but I think that we have made the decision to use it very productively and in a very targeted way, which I think was an important consideration when we enacted this tax.
Town Council says part of the tax will go to the new town hall building. Coming up on Coast TV News at 11, a Halloween promotion for animal adoption at the Brandywine Valley SPCA. What kinds of animals could be your new pet? We'll be right back after this. And from above, the site of another proposed major subdivision in Lewis. More on that when we're back.
Save big this season with Horizon's Fall Into Savings event. Up to 20% off new installs and $1,500 back on eligible systems, plus free same-day estimates and flexible financing. Hurry, this deal won't last. Visit horizonservices.com.
Building a portfolio that gives you opportunities to grow your savings can be a challenge. Our team at Rosemont Wealth Management takes this challenge seriously. Contact us and we can work together on a comprehensive game plan that truly embodies your personal values and life objectives. Our focus is on what is important to you, your family, your lifestyle, your life events, so that you can maintain your lifestyle all the way through retirement. At Rosemont Wealth Management, we serve first, last, and always.
Welcome to Paris, home of French bread, wine, and now the Olympics. And that's how we kick off the games.
So it's a blimp that looks like bread?
No, it's real bread. It's a baguette, actually.
And how does it fly?
Let me see here. Nope.
Experience the thrill of the race with Post Time with Heather Vitale, only on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the energetic sprints at Ocean Downs to the hard-racing action at Bally's Dover, all the way to the vibrant atmosphere of Harrington Raceway, we bring you the true pulse of harness racing. Sunday mornings at 8 and 11:30 on DSN, DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com, or on the DSN app. Post Time on Delmarva Sports Network.
Get your home ready for those cooler nights ahead with Horizon's Fall Into Savings Tune-Up event. Stay cozy and keep your home safe by booking a professional heater tune-up now for only $59. Don't wait. Visit horizonservices.com.
The development started a heated, hours-long debate among neighbors in a recent planning and zoning meeting. Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves has new reaction on the frustration this development is causing people in the community.
Nancy Forsyth has lived in Lewis since 2012 and frequently rides her bike along the canal. She says this farm field, where a new development has been proposed, is going to make an already troublesome traffic situation on Gills Neck Road even worse.
I think that we are building at a pace that is outstripping our infrastructure. So it's too many houses, too much traffic on the roads without adequate thought as to how to manage all those additional cars.
So just how much development have we seen? The 79 lots would be the 10th neighborhood added to the roadway, and that's on top of other individual homes. But Steven Stetler, who lives in the area, says this kind of growth is inevitable.
I have a beautiful brand new home because it was built for me. So I love living here. I try to give back however possible. And I'd be crazy to tell other people they couldn't come live here.
In the Lewis Planning and Zoning meeting Wednesday night, the developer says DelDOT's assessment of the traffic impact from this neighborhood would be minor, raising differing opinions within the community.
Now that there has been a public hearing for the Henlope and Bluff development, it will now need to go to Mayor and City Council. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
From now through October 29th, you can take advantage of our Find Your New Boo Halloween promotion at all Brandywine Valley SPCA campuses, adoption locations, and at events. That includes the Georgetown campus, too. The SPCA says any large adult dog that's 40 pounds and 1 year old or older, along with adult cats 6 months old and up, can be adopted with no fee. So if you've been waiting to adopt, now is a great time. In your health news tonight, Move over mosquitoes. There's another blood-sucking insect Americans need to protect themselves against, the sandfly. Sandflies are tiny, tiny tan flies about the quarter of the size of a mosquito that can cause an infectious disease called leishmaniasis. They're most active at night, and they're so tiny they can slip through ordinary mosquito nets on tents or window screens. The CDC says they've now detected leishmaniasis in a number of tissue samples from patients who say they haven't left the United States. This disease can also infect internal organs, including the liver, spleen, and bone marrow. Severe cases can be deadly if left untreated. Sandflies capable of carrying the parasite that causes that infection can be found in a number of southern and southwestern states. Experts say they're still learning about the bugs, but they can be repelled by bug sprays containing DEET. It's an active ingredient in a lot of the sprays. And make sure to see a doctor if a bug bite doesn't go away or if you have any new skin sores. After the break here on Coast TV News at 11, celebrate fall with a festival tomorrow. There's going to be face painting and wagon rides and what contest you can be a part of if you choose to go. Coast TV News at 11 will be right back.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
Living a good life means being healthy. But what does it mean to be healthy and stay healthy? It means getting the right kind of care. Right here. And convenient. It means having the right hospital to coordinate the delivery of health care for the entire community. Atlantic General Hospital. We'll put you on the right path to good health. And keep you there.
Save the date for the Meals on Wheels Delaware Beach Brunch presented by Fulton Bank on Sunday, October 22nd from 10:30 to 1:30 at the Rehoboth Beach Country Club. Indulge in an upscale brunch paired with handcrafted cocktails, all while overlooking the beautiful bay. Local chefs will delight with hors d'oeuvres and desserts, complemented by a range of beverages. Participate in our live and silent auctions featuring exclusive getaways and unique items. For full event details, visit mealsonwheelsde.org.
Join Halo and Coast Country as we ring in the Christmas season with the Collingsworth family's A True Family Christmas on Thursday, November 30th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Feel the Christmas cheer as they sing family favorites along with timeless classics. Help Halo celebrate 16 years of providing service to the homeless in our community. All ticket proceeds go directly to Halo. To purchase tickets, visit haloministry.org.
If you're in Seaford tomorrow and you want to enjoy some fall festivities, head to Seaford's Community Fall Festival at Governor Ross Mansion. There's going to be games, a petting zoo, wagon rides, face paintings. This is great for families, and you can even bring a decorated pumpkin for the chance to win a contest. Very intriguing, Seaford. That's from 4 to 6 p.m. tomorrow, the 22nd, and admission is only $2, and then $2 for a tour of the mansion.
Well, we've got some pretty decent weather on the way for Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, before we get there, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of wet weather for the first half of the day on Sunday. Right now, though, still pretty quiet as I take a live look out on our Hershey Exteriors camera at the 45th Street Tap House in Ocean City this evening. Skies are clear, temps sitting right around 56 degrees. But as we head throughout the next few hours, we're going to start to see those clouds increase as temps fall down into the low 50s. And then we're expecting a little bit of wet weather for the first half of the day tomorrow, likely until about 11 a.m. to noon. So we do have the yellow for tomorrow, just due to the fact that you probably don't want to have too many outdoor plans tomorrow during the morning. During the afternoon hours, we should be good to go, and then we're green, good to go both Monday and Tuesday. Once we get past the rain on Sunday, we're dry the following days. Lots of sunshine Monday, lots of sunshine Tuesday. These are the only 3 days, though, that we're expected to see those temps in the 60s. Take a look at this. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast showing temps climbing as we head towards the middle of the week, all the way up to 74 degrees. And then we are going to be in the mid-70s through next Saturday. Certainly not going to feel like mid to late October across the region at the end of the week, heading into next weekend. And then even as we head towards Halloween, temps staying in the 60s and 70s.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Saturday Night Live starts right now. Have a great night.